this. The Niners cannot reach. If by some possibility Emanuel McNeil-Warren, safety from Toledo, drops to them at number 27, the Niners have to go and get him. The Niners can't reach on guys. And I said later rounds, you can't reach, best player available. First round, you really can't reach. Emmanuel McNeil-Warren is going to be a guy who is probably going to be passed on because a lot of other people have needs. Safety isn't a well-liked position in this year's class. There's a lot of corners that are going to go before safeties. Some people like the coverage skills that Dylan Thieneman possesses more. But let me say how the Niners are going to use this guy, okay, if they were to draft him. And I think this is Raheem Morris's wet dream. I'll say the Seahawks, them drafting Emmanwori was the game changer that unlocked their defense. He was the dominant piece that unlocked their defense. Niners will get better value with edge in the second round, with guys like Denise Sutton or Josephs. Same with wide receiver, Antonio Williams, instead of in the first round reaching, I think, for a guy like Casey Concepcion. Or, let's say they were to look at tackle. There's a good chance that Blake Miller is the best tackle on the board at 27. So had Lawrence be off the board at 27, Blake, INH or Lomu's off the board, go safety. Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, if he's there, great against the run. Straight line speed is incredible. Had great production through college. He's a box safety working well in zone coverage, where he can use his straight line speed to read and react to throws by picking off, or to where he's very good against the run. Where I think he'd fit in the Niners scheme, first and second down, you put him in the box in kind of a cover 3 type situation next to Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner. And then you have, hold on, let me look up. So I have actually the zone 2 installments here. Or sorry, the different installments that you can use. So in cover 3, you're going to put him in the box as one of your kind of roaming guys in the box. And then you're going to have Mustafa as a free safety over the top. Or you're going to have Mustafa in the box and you're going to have McNeil-Warren over the top. So that's cover 3. That's against the run. Okay? Cover 2, he's going to be a free safety over the top, in zone, reading and reacting to plays. This guy, at first I was like, no, the Niners don't really need this style of safety. Hell no. They could use this style of safety. A style of safety that great stopping the run and then read and reacts. I mean, he's just perfect in zone, which is what the Niners are going to be playing. So, I mean, he reacts well to crossing routes over the middle, really instinctive safety, has really long arms. He uses his length and his instincts, which is really what you need. Elite instincts, elite length, and very good closing speed. Once he realizes something is happening, he's going to be there. I mean, he reminds me a lot of Talanoa Funga, but with better traits, which is why Talanoa Funga was a 5th-round pick, and this guy's going to probably be a 1st or early 2nd-round pick. So, yes, the Niners don't theoretically need safety, but if you get this guy, he's going to do to you what Emmanwori did in Seattle. He's going to be a game changer that genuinely is going to strike fear into every single quarterback on the opposing team. That's how much highly I think of Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. But Niners haven't hosted a visit with him. A quick update on that, though. I mean, Caden Proctor, they've hosted a visit with. I like Chris McClellan, Caleb Lomu, Malachi Lawrence, Max Ionature, Romello Height, Omar Cooper, some of the Jayshon Barham, which I talked about earlier, some of the notable mentions, which speaks to me that they're going to go edge or tackle in the first round, which wouldn't be bad if the right guy is there. But if the right guy isn't there and Emmanuel McNeil-Warren is still on the board, you have to go and get this guy. I would love this pick. This would be the best pick. I would give him an A+. But the analytical guys aren't going to give him an A+ because it doesn't fit a need. I mean, what was missing in the Niners system last year? Jair Brown wasn't quick enough in the Niners system last year. He couldn't plug the run fast enough. He couldn't react fast enough. We need a guy who's going to react, and then they're going to throw a screen, but before you know it, McNeil-Warren is just going to be blowing their running back up in the backfield.